Hi everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today is September 18th, 2019. Please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. Today we're taking a look at OceanEX and their new token issuance, otherwise known as their ICO. And OceanEX, if you didn't know, is an exchange that's going to be based in within the VeChain ecosystem. So if you love VET, this is like the exchange for you. So let's go take a look, see what's going on. First off, let me make sure I'm recording here. Yay, I'm live. All right. Okay, so let me go back here. Let's go take a look at first off, XRP. It's up a bit today. Let me get rid of these little symbols. I was just drawing on it. That's my hardcore technical analysis. Yeah, I really don't do TA to speak. I do, but not in these videos. People laugh at me too much. My TA is I've been called it. It's been a joke. Yeah, it's pretty much a joke. Anyway, what is going on with XRP real quick? I know this is a Venn thing, but this is just real quick, okay? XRP shot up to 20% today, as you can see by the green candle here. And this is actually really good news for XRP. And people are thinking, oh gosh, why is it going up? Why is it going up? And they're thinking, well, because of this news here, the National Commerce Bank of Saudi Arabia joins RippleNet. Yay. And they have about 5.4 million customers here. That a whole bunch of stuff is going to be transacted actually using XRP. And so everyone's really excited about that. And yeah, congrats to all those people here. This is a big deal for Ripple, and I do hold Ripple. Yeah, I know, I do hold VeChain as well, so don't worry. I hold a lot more VeChain than I do Ripple. But anyway, look at the date on this announcement, September 13th. Today is the 18th, so whopping 5 days ago. And okay, so that was today all of a sudden, so we count back. This is on the daily chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it went up a little bit here. Let me scroll in. As you can see, it went up a little bit on the 13th. And then it, went down. So all of a sudden, that news really didn't have much of an impact, did it? Hardly anything at all. And then it had this dump here. Yeah, so I'm not thinking that news really had an impact like a lot of people are saying. Actually had none at all. We'll see once the transactions start to hit. Then that's when I think it'll start making the news, is when XRP actually starts getting used. One thing to note here is that why I think this is good news. It's also bad news, it's a flip side as well, is that we see a Bart Simpson head, a block pattern that I talk about. Here it is. And as you can see, if we take a line here, just draw it straight across from the start of the drop, boom, brings us down to here. Draw another one. There's our box pattern here, okay? And this is just plain up market maker stuff. So congratulations, you now have a bot. You've now gained enough interest for somebody to put their trading bot on XRP. Let me go ahead and draw a thing here, if that works. Yeah, that little dotted line. See this little dotted line I just drew? Goes right on down here like this. Boom. One thing to note on this is that since this is a trend, and this goes for like altcoins where you see this, with these bots and so forth, what you do is you see a set of 3. So you can look at this being a set, this being a set, and then we're looking at another set. And right in the middle, that's basically a, well, you can take the first set and mirror image it over to, from the left side to the right side. So if we take that, we've gone up. So let's just mirror this pattern here. So we do that, and it goes up a little bit, goes down, goes up, and then goes way down, and then, hopefully goes up. Let me switch my little cursor over here. So instead of that line, it goes down. I don't think it'll go down that far. I think it'll just kind of go bleh, and then maybe slowly go back up to about this level here. Okay, that's my big old hardcore TA. It's not, but as you can see here, this is interesting to where this might be the new bottom right in here, and we'll see. And so that's the target I'm pretty much looking for, is for it to start trading. Actually, there could be a trading range up in this area here where it could just fluctuate up and down. We'll see. But it definitely looks like to me that this around 25-cent mark is about as low as she goes, which is good news. So we'll see. It actually found its bottom, and best of luck to all of us holders. We'll see what's going on. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. What is going on with OceanEX VET? So what is OceanEX? They released their Medium article this today, and OceanEX is an exchange in the VeChain ecosystem. What they're doing is they are launching it so you can go and actually start to go pick up their coins in the very near future. And I left a link below to this article, so check it out. And when is this starting? September 21st at 10 o'clock. And it's ending almost midnight on October 9th. Please keep in mind that is the times are in UTC+8, which is Singapore time. So if you're in California, take 15 hours off of that, and you'll have your local time, okay? But yeah, so this is exciting stuff. OceanEX is going to be, in my opinion, one of the largest exchanges out there. I think it's going to surpass Binance. So we'll see. But quite interesting stuff. You can only pick this coin up with VET. Keep that in mind. Also, you need to make sure that you are that you go through their verification, their ID verification process. Okay, that's important. So if you are in the United States, or if you're in China or another country that does not allow ICOs, unfortunately, you will not be able to participate in this. You will, however, be able to purchase coins once trading starts on their exchange. Estimated time frame for that is end of October, November. So that is great news that this exchange will be going live October, November-ish. Yay! Been waiting for this for quite some time. So what they're doing here on how they're distributing their tokens, they've set aside some tokens for X node holders, and that's the X node quota. It's listed here, to where the X node holders can go in and they can get they can put in their amounts before other people. And they have steps here. They have like register your account, wait for verification. Registration starts 10 o'clock, 21st, UTC+8. And once you've done that, you'll get a notice that your identity has been processed and like you're cool, you're good to go. And then what you do is you can then allocate how much OCE, OceanEX tokens, that you want, and that's that. Also, they're going to have some type of an allocation options here. They really don't explain what kind of options they are. Well, you'll definitely find out when you get there. I can't see it being too complicated, but nevertheless, this is great. And so this is a trench for X node holders. Okay, so you can go ahead and read through that. Also, once you submitted your identification and said how many do you want and transferred the tokens, the VET tokens, to actually get the OCE, after you finish that, then you can also deposit more VET in preparation for their Flash Day event. And we'll get to that in just a bit. Flash Day is where you can get lucky boxes. Okay. Anyway, on this article here, the timing and stuff is somewhat confusing, but they put in these real nice graphics, and so you can check them out. So if you're an X node holder, you're whitelisted. They give you the dates. They say, okay, register an account, submit KYC, deposit the VET, acquire the X node quota. That's for the OCE. And then after that, then you can get some more with their flash day, their grab box, their magic box. And their flash day, what they're having it is for their lucky boxes. Kind of unusual name, but you know, whatever. They're offering 4 different flavors: premium, platinum, gold, and silver. Premium being 800,000 vet, 100,000 vet for platinum, 80,000 for gold, and 30,000 for the silver. And these are in vet, and what you get is the ratio, I believe right now is, I think it's 7.6 OCE tokens to 1 vet. So there you go. So that's a lot of OCE tokens if you can get a premium box. And it's going to be lucky, because I think you'll be lucky if you are able to get one. And then it goes and it talks about, you know, once again, the times and all that good stuff here. It also has other instructions for people who are not X node holders but are whitelisted. And that starts where you register on September 21st through October 5th. Once again, you register, submit the KYC materials, deposit the vet, and then you wait for the flash day. Last day to deposit that is October 8th. Then October 8th to the 9th, that's the flash day. Yes, it's only 1 day. Question here, can I still participate in flash day if I'm not whitelisted? Sure, you bet you can. And they say for those that aren't registered, well, you need to sign up and get registered, basically. So here's that. On September 21st through the 5th, that's when you can register for an account, you know, KYC stuff, deposit the vet, and wait for flash day. Then once that comes, boom, you can go and try to get your lucky box, but only the silver box is allowed. Okay, only the silver box is allowed. And here's a reminder on their KYC materials. What you'll need is a passport. The NTI, which is, you might know it as the ICO coin. But for their new token issuance, we only accept passport, okay? And then you're going to need proof of residence. And within that proof of residence, excuse me, it needs to be in English. So if it's not in English, you're going to need to get that translated, okay? And yeah, so that's about it. It's quite exciting for VET and Ocean Exchange. Best of luck to them. This is quite exciting for me. And I'd like to hear your opinions on, well, keep in mind that OceanEX is in the VeChain platform, okay? It's in the VeChain platform. They're going to have VET pairings, so you can get, instead of BTC, you buy VET, you can buy BT. You purchase your VET, or you send your VET to the exchange, and there you can buy BTC with your VET instead of the other way around. Pretty cool. So they're going to have a bunch of pairings. We'll see what they have first. Thor should be on there, definitely. VeChain Thor should be on there. Everyone is excited about Thor because of, well, they're generating Thor, all the VET holders out there. And that's quite exciting. So we're looking forward to see what an actual price for that is. I am, anyway, because I don't know about you, but I have Thor. I'm gonna purchase VET with it. So that's me. But you know, some people talk about holding their Thor, and you know, whatever. What do you guys want to do? But quite exciting. The VeChain's OceanEX exchange is going to be coming live soon. Very, very exciting. October-ish. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Also, you send VET to this exchange like you would Bitcoin to other exchanges to purchase things. How do you think that's going to affect the price of VET? Do you think it'll have any effect at all? Nothing, you know? What do you think? Let me know. Anyway, let me get ready here to check out. And let me see if anybody's in the chat real quick. Yeah, okay. So a few people are. Kingslayer, hey, good to see you. And then Juan C, what's up with XRP? What is up? Let's go take a look at XRP again. Yeah, XRP, it's this little thing. Basically, they just got botted. Okay, that's all it is. They got botted to where a high frequency trading bot. They gained enough attention to warrant somebody putting a bot on. That is my opinion, and that's what I think has happened. And so they are now starting to mess around with the price like they have with Bitcoin and stuff. I'm just clearing these lines here. Scroll on in. So they had a wicked candle here, about 20% up at the highest. And people are all excited. But if you look at this, this is the plain old box pattern I've been talking about for a long time. And it's nothing more than a market maker. There it is, flat line, flat line. That's why I call it a box. And yeah, that's basically it. As far as the news for the Saudi stuff, that was back here in this time frame. Really didn't have a huge effect. It didn't. If it spiked up then I would say, oh yeah, it's definitely the news. But looking at it this way, I'm just seeing, okay, trading bot from a market maker, and it looks like it actually started right around in here. As you can see, here's another type of BART pattern, okay? So really, what's the news? Really not much news. If you had XRP, hey, you're happy, but I mean, how happy are you, right? You've been waiting. A lot of us have been waiting. So good news is that looks like it perhaps found its bottom here, about 25-cent level. We'll see what happens. You know, everything can go up or down. I hope everything goes up. That's just me. So let me go back to comments, see what else is going on. And yes, I do hold VET. And then Wansi, Yahoo, send me a notice of the 10% up. Not quite sure what you mean there. 10% up. Yeah, specify that. Let's see. Yeah, go VET. And where in the world is OceanEX at? I believe it is, well, the time is out of Singapore, but I believe they're going to have servers based in the UX in Massachusetts, I think. And so we'll see. And they could spread all over. Yeah, they could go into Malta. They could go into some other interesting places that VeChain has had visitors from. And so we'll just see. We'll just see what happens with that. Okay, question. I'm generating VThor, but I don't know how to convert it into cash. What we do is we wait for OceanEX. That's where that is going to happen. So when OceanEX gets on there, we're going to get the real price, hopefully, of VThor. And from there, you'll be able to exchange it. Most people that I know are just going to purchase more VET with it. so they can get more VThor. And then so once they get more VThor, then they can get more VET. It's just going to be a circle feeding off of each other. It's going to be a wonderful thing, hopefully. Yeah, so the Gale Travel says price should increase. Yeah, sounds like it, doesn't it? Yeah, the price should increase. Definitely. Okay, and Han says because of X rapid overhype. Yeah, keep in mind that people have really had a hard time of it. You know, the coins have been down 90, 92, 93%, and they're just thirsty for something, okay? And you can hear about all the partnerships that you want, but that really doesn't do anything to the price. And we've actually seen this with VeChain, kind of in a different way. VeChain announces an enormous partnership, and and the price dumps. So, oh well, you know, what do you make of that? Short X Rapid. I don't know. I think it found its 25-cent base. But you know, if you want to short and you can, you're not in the U.S. Hey, you know, follow your instincts. That's all I can say. Follow your instincts. Do I have any price predictions on VET? Yeah, higher than it is now. And that's, I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name. It's XXDZLXX. Anyway, I'll just call you Double X, huh? But yeah, price predictions on VET. Let's go take a look at VET. I love VET. Lot of my videos are on VET. And I like to take a look at it versus ETH because I buy it with ETH. We'll look at it USD. So against ETH, okay, it's gone up quite a bit. Yeah, we can take our little lines here and draw them and see where we think they're going to go. And this is so new. It's difficult to draw lines. There's not enough history for the most part, but I kind of like this line here. You know, I'll just stick with that line. That looks good to me. But in actual price range, well, you know, they're going to have more demand for VET. Okay, they're going to have more demand for VET with an exchange that basically runs on it. So where it can go, given all their tremendous real-world partnerships and use cases, it could be. You know, it's one of those things to where let's put it this way. I hold VET, and I have a long-term view on it. And so I'm really looking for the big moves, the big moves to be in 2020 after or during the Tokyo Olympics. That's when I'm expecting huge moves, okay? But I'm getting VET right now. So right now I'm looking at this point here, and the question is, oh, did you accumulate? Did you accumulate here? Did you accumulate here? You know, are you accumulating or not? And that's your preference, all depending on where you think it's going to go. I think it's going to be one of the major coins in the future, without a doubt, and that's just me. What price will that be? Don't know. I mean, you know, it's a market, could dump, could go up or down, and that's just how the market goes. But I personally think that it's going to go up, and that's just me. But do not take that as financial advice. You know, it can dump, okay? It can dump, and as you can see right here on this graph, it certainly has. But do your own research. Take a look at my previous videos. Done a bunch of them on VET. Talked about partnerships and stuff, and huge partnerships. And we're talking bigger than the one that was just announced with the Saudi bank, okay? Partnerships bigger than that. Check out Bright Foods. Check out DNVGL. Check out BYD. That's the most recent one, BYD. Check out the one with the excuse me, the government for the vaccines. They're having children die there because of counterfeit vaccines. They actually need VeChain there to help them with a product, to help them with their products. And they've had people actually get sick there from drinking imitation alcohol. Who knows what they're putting in this stuff? The Chinese population, I mean, man, if they could buy products from elsewhere, they are. They are. They have a real bad problem with not being able to trust the goods that are produced. And so VeChain can hopefully certainly help with that. So China's not like America in that regards, or Europe. You know, they have bad problems. So China needs VeChain. Anyway, moving on. Okay, let me get some coffee here. I'll answer some more questions. VThor won't be more than a couple of cents, right? There's nothing keeping it to being a couple of cents. Cool thing about VThor is that it could actually go up to $1 or $2 or $5. It just depends on what the market says and on supply and demand. The thing is that unlike all the other coins out there that have gas, VThor is well, you have your price. So let's say it's a penny. Okay, so that's the market price, a penny. And to run a transaction or a clause costs, I don't know, an equivalent of $1. Okay, so so it takes 100 VThor to run your little clause. These are for people putting their bottles, their milk containers onto the blockchain. And okay, so they're doing that. Costs them $1, whatever. The thing is, let's say all of a sudden VThor goes up to $5. It's not going to cost the manufacturer 5 times the amount. What will happen is that the foundation will alter the amount, the number of VThor required for a transaction. So instead of it being 100, they can adjust it to saying, okay, it's now 20 or now 10. So the manufacturers basically have a stable production cost which they can go forward and budget with, and that is a huge thing. VeChain is built for business. It's the only one for business on the blockchain. And yeah, you have cryptocurrencies out there that act as currencies and stuff like XRP and XLM. They're a little bit different. But VeChain for business, because of their model with the way their VThor is set up, where it can be $10 or it can be a penny, but you're still going to have a fairly stable price for the production costs. That's unique, and they gave a lot of thought when they made that model. So can it be just a penny? Could be. Could it be $1 or more? You bet. So we'll just see, and that will be interesting to see when OceanEX gets on board end of October, November, so we can see what the VThor price actually is. Nobody knows. Right now you can exchange it on LBank, and that's it. And I don't know if I'd recommend actually going to LBank. I actually don't recommend going to LBank, let's put it that way. Okay, moving on. So yeah, it can go above $1 because it's priced with the market. So will you be able to, another question, will I be able to send my VThor from Binance to OceanEX? Yeah, I see why not when that happens. Give it a few days, let other people, make the mistakes or have the questions or whatever, make sure that it works, that they're doing the beta testing for you. And if other people are having success, then whenever I transfer from one to another, I do a small amount and then like 25% and then, maybe another 25%. So I'm doing it in chunks. That way, in case there's some type of failure or whatever, I don't lose all of it. And that's just me. I mean, I'm a computer programmer, and that's just something I've learned from some of my wonderful opportunities I've experienced in the past. But let the others try it out first, and then go on board. But when OceanEX starts going, I'll definitely get over there on the exchange. That's for sure. I'm really looking forward to OceanEX. Okay, you're laughing your ass off about the pronunciation. This is the double X person here. How would you pronounce that? I mean, I don't know. Oh, you gotta have fun here. Okay, another question. In the long run, will VET ever reach USD dollar? Yeah, I hope so. I hope it goes way beyond that. So we'll see. You know, what would it be if it surpassed Ethereum? Okay, I think the only coin that gives it a run for its money is Binance. Excuse me, is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is like not even in the market. Okay, one really cool thing about OceanEX with VeChain and VET is that we actually might see a separation, a realistic separation from its Bitcoin dominance. So its price will no longer follow the ups and downs of Bitcoin, which would be quite interesting. So can it go above a buck? I certainly hope so. Can I promise that? No, I can't. It's the market. Reading another question here. Would I agree that 5G going mainstream in 4 or 5 years, VET will increase in usage? Absolutely. Absolutely. The event, the Tokyo Olympics in 2020. Imagine you're there. Okay? Imagine you're there. VET has an agreement signed up with Docomo 5G, which is basically Japan's largest telecom. Okay, and so that's going to be a huge thing. They are going to get an enormous amount of advertising at the Olympics. And OceanEX also has a play in with this because OceanEX, or actually BitOcean, let's put it this way, BitOcean, which is like the parent company of OceanEX. BitOcean makes ATMs, and they're going to have little ATMs all over the place that say BitOcean VeChain on them, to where people can directly exchange. You know, they'll be their fiat off ramp. And so you're going to have the phones and stuff. And so the phones are going to be hooked up. And as far as the actual network speed, yeah, it's going to increase. If you go back, I don't know if you've had a chance to read VeChain's white paper, but they are working with the University of Michigan on basically something that has to deal with edge computing, where you move the computing power. Think of like a server, a big centralized server, where you take that power and you push it out to, let's say, a cell phone tower. So some of the cell phone towers will basically have a smaller server right on them, installed right on them. That would be like edge computing. And so they will process the transactions from cell phones or whatever area, and zip, it gets uploaded back to the main server, but they can be processed somewhat locally on the edge. And that's something that is that they're still looking at in development. Hardly any news on their edge computing thing, but quite interesting. And 5G is an integral part of that because of the speed to make things happen. So we'll see, but I'm thinking that VeChain is really looking at that increased speed for cell phones, and is really going to rely on that because they're pretty much taking let's put it this way, they put a ton of work into their mobile wallet, a ton of work, and so they are not forgetting about mobile stuff and looking for bright things to come. So hold on, just reading a question here. Addison asks, with all the trade wars against China, do you think the new king forever of China? Yeah. will cut non-Asians from participating as a trade tactic. Nope, they can't afford it. China is, people say it's huge economy and stuff, but it's a house of cards there. It's a house of cards. Right now, I was discussing where people no longer have trust in their food supply. They no longer have trust in their medical supply. Children have actually died. They're on the brink. They have a housing bubble. They have huge cities that are built out in the desert and other places where no one occupies them. Empty buildings, completely empty towns, entire towns, everything, cities with 20-story apartment buildings and stuff like that. Empty, completely empty. It's almost like where if Japan got had a their Fukushima thing, if that got really bad, all of Japan could go and move in those cities, that are empty. But so they have a housing bubble is the point. They have issues with their food supply. They have issues with steel. They have to get their steel from other countries. They have to get their oil from, the thing is that China, let's put it this way. A lot of news companies and stuff put China as being huge and dominant and strong and all this and that, but it's not. It cannot compare itself to the U.S. That's all there is to it. And so they cannot afford to cut non-Asians or basically anybody from where they currently stand economically for trade tactics. And that's just about it. And keep in mind that trade wars and stuff like this, it's all, you might be taking $10 from them across the table, but you're passing them a 10 or a 20 underneath. Okay? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Things are not as they seem. Where can we get OceanEX? Let's go to their Medium article, medium.com. I put the link below, and I think they have a link here. View details. No, it doesn't do it there. No. Okay, let's go see OceanEX. Oh, come on, thing. Do. Wrong one. Let's go to OceanEX under BitOcean. About OceanEX. So there you go. BitOcean.org. Okay, BitOcean.org. That's one of the places. And you can learn all about OceanEX there. Wonderful, wonderful thing. Here's their token plan. And yeah, so there you go. Thanks for the reply, XX. Just laughing at that. Okay, question. Any benefits of holding OceanEX token? Yeah, it's going to be like BNB. It's going to be like BNB, so it can definitely go up and down. Another question here. This is from Bill. Hi, Bill. When RVing, he means remote viewing, because I do mainly remote viewing on a lot of this stuff. Have I ever looked into your local sidereal time? It's supposed to help hurt with accuracy depending on your local sidereal time. Not really. I really haven't looked into that at all. I go through quite a basically quite a routine before I do remote viewing stuff, and that's going to be my very next video on my process on how I do it, and how I was trained, because it is something that everyone can do. They're capable of doing it. It's just really a matter of training and practice. But as far as like sidereal time or the changes with the moon or like Mercury retrograde or crystals and candles and stuff like that, that is not me. That is not me at all. I have a pretty set, it goes along, it's a subset of Qigong, which is basically, think of it as Chinese martial arts, okay? And there's different subsets there. That's where I learned from my Sifu on how to do this stuff. Quite interesting things. Bill says, yeah, it just helps what you're ordering. It could. It could, and it don't know. I just really haven't looked at it. I do feel some of the changes with the moon phases that I pick up on when it's a full or new moon. Sometimes I can feel, basically when it's full moon, a little bit more energy, and I find that quite interesting. Not a whole lot, you know. I'm not going crazy or anything like that, but just a little bit quicker in my step, that type of thing. Bill says something about the X-rays coming from Sagittarius can mess up your human antenna. Yeah, there's ways around that. With my particular technique and style, it has to deal with chi, and it pretty much circumvents that. But, you know, keep an eye for my next video. I'll explain that, and I'll have a live chat where you guys can ask me questions and stuff like that. And yeah, I will check out sidereal time and see what that, you know, see what happens. Anyway, it's time for me to get off. I'm pretty desperate need of coffee right now, and I have to go feed the cat. So you know how that goes. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Best of luck with OceanEX if you go there. Check out check out this link here, bitocean.org. Scan that, learn about OceanEX, what they are, and yeah, best of luck to you guys. So I am checking off, and have a great and wonderful day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified. Best of luck, guys. Catch you later.